we're going to review some of our old marketing, Nick. The most heinous images ever.
Up there with Caesar, Napoleon.
God, that was rubbish. Welcome to the Fake Marketer, everybody.
Better.
It is better.
Self-conscious about the intro now, aren't you?
A little bit. Only because you're like, come on then. Go on, like a performing monkey. Go on. Go on. Go on, James.
Do it properly. I can't believe that was the 20th one we've just done in a row.
20th? No,
we've just done that intro 20 times.
Yeah, it's not like 26.
No, we've just done it 20 times. Before the listeners hear that one they've just heard.
No, they
no one knows, do they? Because it's a podcast.
You alright?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Phew, ads. The world of digital marketing. It's getting expensive. Black Friday's just around the corner. I opened up my Instagram this morning and only saw Black Friday offers.
Oh, they're everywhere.
I'm waiting for the new toaster and kettle.
Trying to get a new toaster and kettle.
I've needed a new toaster and kettle for 3 years.
So you're going like.
And I thought I'm going to wait. 2 months ago I went, could do one of those, and I thought, Black Friday.
High level, or
No, I'm just doing.
So
won't break and cheaper.
silent boil.
Oh no.
Anyway, silent boil. I was with someone the other day. We were talking about Black Friday, and he said, my brother's just waiting for some deals. And I was like, just out of curiosity, what? And as we've spoken before, high ticket items, bigger items.
Yeah.
And he said we wouldn't buy anything that's small purchases. We'd only buy something that's high price, which has come down a huge amount.
So you know that pizza oven I've dreamt about for 2 years, Gosney.
Okay.
That hasn't had an offer on since I found it. 20% off.
So what are you thinking?
For Black Friday.
Well, I know exactly what I'm thinking. I can't afford it. But if they put a 50% off, I'd have to think about it. It is like the most expensive one on the market. So I said to me, why don't you just get one of those unis? Because everyone's got an uni.
Yeah.
I want a Gosney because not many people have got those because they're $2,000.
So
So I'm not going to get one, but 20% off. There hasn't been an offer, and I get a lot of emails. No, so I know what you mean. Definitely about the thing. But I mean, yeah. I need a kettle and a toaster. I'll buy one of those bundles. Russell Hobbs.
Yeah.
Bundle. I don't need a silent one.
No, you don't need a silent one.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
But look, you get a free placement peel and cover when you purchase.
I'd
be a while before I ever buy one of those.
I'd hope so. I'd hope you get a cover for that. I'd hope you get.
I bet you'd have to get 20 years out of that thing.
You'd have to.
Is that a Black Friday deal?
I don't know.
It says, holiday sale now through.
Yeah.
You couldn't. You wouldn't want to come down and see a bit of rust on that.
There you go. Black Friday. It's now a month. Usual stuff. What was I going to ask you? Okay, so we're going to continue in the same vein, like we do now every week.
Yeah, which is...
Any good marketing you've seen this week?
Yes, I have, but I'm going to have to think about it again.
Okay, well, I have, and I'm going to try and remember it. Do you know what now? I think subconsciously...
While you're talking, I'm going to look at my phone.
So the first one I saw yesterday, and I sent it for my niece's Christmas present, potentially. You can't do a clip on this because my niece watches this, so FYI. It was from Smith's Superstore.
Yeah.
And it watches, it's for football. So this little robot follows you and the ball around. So you can try and do skills and get past it. Yeah, you don't have to, even you could probably get away from this thing. But what I really loved about it is that the ad was simple. It was just showing you the kid in the store playing with it. So I knew straight away what it was. I didn't have to think. In a second I went, got it, knew what it was.
Yeah.
Really liked that. Thought it was simple, very simple, but it got me. And I even then forwarded it onto my.
The interesting thing is though, like we don't make a conscious effort to think about it. I only think about it occasionally. But if you think about the ad that you are now watching and going, I'm intrigued, get out of consumer mode and go, actually, that actually brought me in rather than me just scrolling past it.
It was brilliant. It was.
I do that with videos as well. Like you see the videos and you think, oh, I'll see how they've done that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one I saw really good. And the other one, well, you're thinking was, it was on the way to Leeds on a billboard, so out of home, and it was for a butter, and I can't remember I can visualize it, but it was like a piece of butter, no, plant. That was it. It went plant, line, cow, line, butter.
Yeah.
And then this one went plant all the way line, then straight to butter.
As in no cow.
No, and I thought, really like that. Very simple.
Cut out the cow bit.
Yeah, really like that one. So again, very simple.
Probably tastes like absolute crap, but...
Well, yeah, but let's take that. I'm talking with, we're
the
not,
advertising side of it.
This isn't Gordon Ramsay's podcast. This is us talking about marketing, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Anything?
No, the one I saw, I don't think was an ad. I don't think it was an ad, but I questioned it.
Go on then, what is it?
It was Gordon Ramsay. Funny enough, it was Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. Someone had edited an ad, and I thought it was for Argos. I don't think it was from Argos, but it should have been for Argos. So basically, you know how he goes. It basically starts off with Gordon Ramsay in his kitchen. You know, during lockdown, he was making those sort of videos himself. His daughter was filming or whatever, wasn't he? So he was just making a pancake, the recipe for a pancake. So you're watching Gordon Ramsay making this pancake, and every time it cuts away from him, someone else has done the thing. So he goes, throw in an egg, and the person then zooms out, and an egg's just literally be thrown into a pan. And then it's like, add some milk, and then add the other bits and bobs for an omelette. So and Gordon Ramsay's tasting it, and then it goes back down to them, so a bag of Walkers into it. And then as he's going, oh, that's the one I like, the next cut is the Argos catalogue on the side. And then it goes up and he's doing it. He's like, oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, I like that colour. And he keeps pointing back to the Argos catalogue. But the way it's done is brilliant. And if Argos see it, they need to do it as an ad. Because I was just like, this is absolutely brilliant. I'll have to try and find it on my feed.
And it's definitely not...
It's not an ad.
You sure?
I think it's someone messing around on TikTok. And they've done a really good job of messing around. But it's promoting Argos in it a lot. The Argos catalogue. Do they still do an Argos catalogue?
Oh, amazing, weren't they, back in the day?
I keep getting ads for this ever since I watched it one time. These beanbag chairs.
Ah.
Okay.
They just look really nice, but they're like £100 and some pound. But it's quite simple. It's just like, hey.
I've had actually on TikTok, I've had loads for some wings for my daughter. They like light up and auto move like angel wings, fairy wings.
Right, okay.
They're pretty cool. But literally, I engaged with one ad in terms of like by engage. I mean, I watched about 1.2 seconds.
Now you can't get away from it.
Oh my god! Everywhere, absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the marketing that I enjoyed this week, anyway.
Yeah. So every week now we'll bring a piece of marketing.
100%. Yeah, we've seen and gone. Blah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the new rule.
I'll save it on my phone.
Save it on your phone. So this week's a little bit different.
Yeah.
We're going to review some of our old marketing, Nick.
Oh, this is the MIB ones. These weren't me, by the way.
They're Alicia.
They were.
They were Alicia Keys.
And it just shows how basic, doesn't it? When I saw those, I was like, oh my God.
Nick, so this came about because a Fraser had asked me for our MIB logo. And I said, yeah, bear with me. I couldn't, for some reason, Liv knows where these things are in a folder of some description, which we won't go into folder naming conventions on this podcast.
Jake might hear and have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it anyway. Could not find it. So I said, maybe they'll be in Dropbox. Went into Dropbox's old marketing folder and found what can only be described as the most heinous images ever. Now, some context around this, Michael, because obviously you weren't here then. This was pretty before you were born. That's a joke, by the way. Before you were here, but obviously you know where we originated from in terms of the MIB data. We were convinced, weren't we, that pushing out loads of content, Nick doing videos on like how to use the data, which in full circle brings us around to what we're doing today. I would say just a little bit more professionally.
Yeah, so as an early base...
Nick, in hindsight, we should have...
10 years ago. I looked at the dates of those. It was actually... I think it was 2000 and...
7 years this was, 7 years ago. But they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Have you got some clips of me?
We've got all of them. So, Michael, can you just show us... So what we did is, what we're seeing here is, and obviously, Michael, you'll put these on on the YouTube channel, because we can say that now. Is these are images which we went down the the inspirational route, would you say?
I'm surprised you. Yes, I'm surprised you're not running in that one.
No. So, no, Mike, can you just go through them? If it was easy, everyone would do it. Start from the give more to your audience than they have any right to expect. Awful.
Give more to your audience.
What I love about that is because is that central, the logo? It's just awful, isn't it? Yes. It's just awful.
Text covers up like the main part of the image.
Oh yeah, never even noticed that.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Well, that was a variation.
Oh my god. But they're bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're really bad. This one, Jason.
Jay-Z.
I knew Jason would like this.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn.
Jason thoroughly enjoyed his himself when I showed him that. What's the next one? So these are all static images of around. Would you class them as inspirational? Would you say they're more? What would you call them?
Do you know what? On ones like that, if you took that background image and changed the text and modernised it a bit, you could probably still use it.
What do you reckon, Michael? Do you think that if you
focused on the guy in the middle and put something on there, no matter what, you can still do it. Because he looks like he's about to collapse.
Yeah, it's a bit cliche. It's like a bit.
Welcome.
I would say these are all cliche, Michael.
Very, yeah.
What's the next one?
If they throw bricks at you, build a castle.
Where does that come from?
Where does she find all these? Oh, the thing was though, Michael. Right, at the same time, we used to go to see Jake at Force 24 when he worked there, didn't he? And he used to build our emails for us, and he'd see some of these sort of things. And what was that saying you used to say that I said? Or one of the videos. Dominate.
Dominate. You need to dominate. But they're just. But what the reason why I want to bring these up is look at this.
If you're not scared, you're not aiming high enough.
Is that you will always look back and stuff and go, God, that was rubbish.
The thing is, if you go onto some of the Instagram accounts which talk about like success and all that sort of stuff, which have probably moved now into their own podcasts and stuff. Half the stuff they put up there is still like this. Look as sharp as you talk.
I look like a bin man.
There are 7 days in a week. Sunday isn't one of them.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Someone would use that. Changing that would be used.
Yeah, but if like The Rock said that.
I'm gonna come back next week, right? And I'm gonna find.
No, you won't. You're in Edinburgh.
Okay, our next podcast. I'm gonna come back with some actual accounts that I know are out there.
Oh yeah, like Gary Vee and people like that will post.
They'll have stuff like this still now.
I know,
because they'll have 8 million people go. I got up today on a Tuesday and I thought, oh my god, I can't do it today. And then I saw this on Gary Vee's Instagram, and now I'm going to take over the world.
Yeah, people comment like, needed this today.
I know. Well, I watched
It's true.
a Stephen Tries video.
Yeah, I love Stephen.
He's
Try.
amazing, isn't he?
Do you remember back in the storms in the park?
Amazing.
He's massive now.
He's huge.
He does loads of stuff with Jack Whitehall.
Yeah, he's brilliant. But he was doing one on giving Gary Vee a lecture. Just brilliant, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
But no, those images there, we look back and go, oh my god. But you'll do that, 7 years ago they were produced. You'll always look back 7 years ago and go, it was rubbish.
Yeah.
You always will.
Yeah.
At the time, we were like...
we probably thought they were a bit rubbish at the time because Alicia did them. And we thought, probably could be better, but that's what we got them at.
Do you reckon?
I think so. Have we got any of the videos of...
Yeah, we have. But in terms of those static images...
Because I wonder how they're filmed.
Well, we're gonna go on to those. Nick, we're gonna go on to that.
Liquidity.
We're gonna go on to those, Nick.
Okay.
But no, we look at our stuff now. Like Michael, look at the stuff when we first started. It's not as good as it was now.
Yeah.
And we think now it's brilliant. we know it will evolve and get better. So we know that, don't we? You know, we can't be naive to think that it's not going to get better. But you look at those and go, oh my God, like what were we doing? But at the time, it's like, yeah, they're brilliant. But you'll always look back, won't you? You know, and go.
We'd look back at the examples in Canva in 5 years' time and go, oh my God, look at those fonts they're using. Look how they're doing that over.
Yeah.
Because it just changes so much.
Yeah.
What I find amazing about that sort of stuff is even how using a modern day font can change something completely.
Yeah.
Can't it? Because our eyes are used to using
more colours or something like that, then it could be the exact same thing.
Well, brands evolve. Look at, Applause at the moment, the dog and cat food brand we're working with. You know, we had their new brand video through today.
Yeah, sorry.
And, look how they're evolving. You know, that's taken them 18 months to produce that rebrand. It's a huge amount of time. You know, for smaller...
But isn't it 7 years since they even...
15.
15, yeah. Since they did anything to do with that sort of stuff, isn't it?
Well, their brand has not changed. You know, the market's changed, but they haven't. Now, they're quite lucky that they're premium and they're still growing in all the territories that they are. But still, it's taken them 18 months to produce a rebrand. Now, obviously, look, granted, they're a lot bigger firm with a lot of stock, so it's not as easy. But again, it's taken them 18 months to do that rebrand. Now, they'll look back at their stuff now in 18 months' time and go, God, that was rubbish we were doing. But it served a purpose, didn't it? It's like those, it served a purpose at the time. Not exactly too sure what purpose that was.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just about, I don't really know.
Well,
we had the course, didn't we?
We had, no,
what we
were trying to do is, and how we've got to today is that we always knew that buying data was the vessel to get to that how are you going to use the data, what are you going to use it for, how are you going to return, all that stuff, the stuff that we're doing now really. But back then we didn't have the infrastructure, the knowledge, the type of clients, the internal, we didn't have that. So what we were trying to do is sort of patch it together, essentially a bad trading in a way.
We knew what we wanted to do.
Yeah. And so when I look back, or when I got those, was it last week or the week before? I just couldn't stop giggling to myself. They were just, brilliant. What on earth is that? But obviously they were the statics. Then we go to the formula.
The formula, yeah.
So,
formula XYZ equals.
So what was that, Nick?
The formula.
Yeah,
that was the sales course, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what was it?
Sales course on how to cold call. Because at that time we were selling data, and it was all about telemarketing and cold calling, wasn't it?
Look,
I've never seen it.
Oh, have you not? Oh. Do you know what makes me laugh?
Oh, hold on, no, these weren't even the course. These were
no.
These were trying to do vlogs.
Yeah.
It looks like the
YouTube vlogs.
Artist, David.
I was just about to say, right? If you look at episode 6, he looks like he's the assistant manager.
Yes. Yes.
Is this an actual video?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of The Formula. Today we're going to be discussing one of the hardest parts of the sales process, I think, the thing that happens most in our office, which is that last part of the sales cycle just before you're about to close.
Pause. And pause. I'm surprised that hasn't been copywritten.
Afternoon to you all and welcome to The Formula, episode 6. Today we're going to be talking about that last part of the sales process.
Look at the pictures on the wall. Check yourself.
Find the hardest.
No other
once you get it right, it actually becomes really, really easy to close those deals. The problem is that you go through that whole sales process. So you make
it still works though, doesn't
it? Your incoming lead.
No, it does. Well, this is
the process of the
never changes.
This is just go put it down a little bit, Michael. This is still relevant. This is the thing. Like it's.
The sales techniques and stuff is just still relevant.
This is all relevant, but if you go to another couple of videos, there's
well, just as much hair.
A bit thinner.
A bit thinner, but no, you can't really tell. Comment below.
Oh wait there. There's more.
I only wore that pink t-shirt the other day. James, I wore that the other day. And the hoodie I was wearing today on the next one along. And then 4 years ago. Oh
my God, there's you and Adam.
That shows our wardrobe, doesn't it, James? I'm still wearing the same clothes.
I like these titles though. This guy's sales structure was so good, I didn't have anything to sell.
scroll down. What else we got? There must be some.
Wow,
God, my
29 episodes.
Nick, I forgot you did so many. Stop using lame excuses. Stop using lame excuses.
Yes, this is an actual vlog, Michael.
You need to stop using lame excuses as why you can't do something. Too many people have got all these excuses about whether they need to start a business or how they.
I was even wearing those sunglasses.
Stop
the
being
other day.
bone idle and stubborn. Accept that you don't know everything and just learn.
Oh my
Stop
god.
Thinking that you.
These
can't
are all
do
at the bottom of my
something
YouTube channel,
and
aren't
just
they?
get on and do it.
They're still there at the
It's
bottom.
just
No,
a
these are
fear.
these are
It's just
these
a fear
are.
that's inside
Yeah,
you,
Nick Bond.
and that's not even there.
Is
The
it?
thing you're fearing won't even happen.
Oh, this is
Trust
brilliant.
me, it won't happen. Everything I've feared hasn't happened.
Can you see how many
My-
followers I've got?
I
How
can.
many subscribers have I got on that?
33.
33. Actually.
Michael, can you go? So
Overlay.
please work. Please internet work.
Dominate.
But our journey to success.
Are you competing all the time? I don't want you
Dominate
to
at the
compete. I want you
top.
to dominate.
It's got a muscle man.
Dominate the sector you're in. Even if you're not dominating it, I want you to just keep going until you dominate that sector. That's what the greats do. We don't just sit there and
That's
think,
what
"Oh,
the
I'm fighting
greats
my
do."
competitors."
We.
I want you to look at what your competitors are doing. Do something different. Keep testing.
That's what the
you're
greats
doing in
do.
yourself,
We don't
in your
just sit
marketing,
there
what you do is
up
very
there with
different.
Caesar, Napoleon.
Copy what you're doing because you're so
God.
far ahead of just moving forward. That's what the greats do. If you want to,
The thing is, Gary Vee and Grant Cardone were starting out at the same time. 7 years later.
I'll have a go.
7 years later, I guess they won. Guess they won that journey from their private
Do you know
jet.
what though? Talking about that, when we first
Brilliant.
how good are these? No, Mikey, you've got to clip those up, mate. But when we first started, because Grant Cardone, obviously you know who he is. He's huge, isn't he? And this is genuine. When he first started, we were watching him, and he was in a sales office no bigger than ours, with the same amount of people.
He's done a lot, isn't he?
God, we failed. But no,
I think, but like saying, if we go back to social media slightly, he was and is still posting himself probably 15 times a day. And the same with Gary Vee, on their own, getting their phone out, talking to their phone, still, and what's that? It's got to be 10 years later, isn't it now? That they would have started.
But yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I remember when we were looking at doing this and we went, right, well, this is a natural progression from selling data. We want people to use the data more, which in turn will get people coming back to us. And then, again, it would increase that sales cycle.
The thing is, at the time, some of the people like Mark
Mark McLaughlin,
he watched them and listened to them and learned
in his
from
car.
them.
In his car, he said, even recently when I last spoke to him, he said, how's Nick? I was like, he's in a dark room now, well away from cameras. But no, he listened to them. He thought they were brilliant.
Well away from cameras.
So that was 14 years ago. He's doing
So I'll tell you the one he was doing when we first saw it. If you go up to the top,
Well, this is 14 years ago. So
okay. So if you type in Grant Cardone, sales call,
Sales call.
that's still now massive. It's not going. So scroll down a bit.
No,
These are quite new.
It's one of those.
It's about 8 years
Oh, that's
ago,
the one.
there
The
you
bottom one. Actual live sales.
yeah,
Trend.
there you go.
3.4 million views. And
Yeah,
how long ago
11
was
They've
that?
probably now gone back to
Yeah, they will have.
his heat.
But that's 11 years ago. So we were like, well, actually, this makes sense because for
11
us,
years ago.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Gentlemen, Steve, Jeff, Barron, this is Grant Cardone videoing from Hollywood, California. Barron sent me an email 2 days ago. saying,
How it's
"Hey,
so
man,
different
could
now,
you
isn't
put
it?
together a little clip?"
How a video
So
starts and
the
everything.
People here, the executives here that shoot TV.
Yeah, it's enough. But like that
That would fail now as an intro to a video in the first 3 seconds of what we learn now and how TikTok and stuff. Mr. Beast, for instance,
yeah.
would go, that guy's never gonna like that. You couldn't do that now. If he started now doing that, you wouldn't get anywhere.
Could we still use yours today? Do you think?
I bet Grant Cardone looks back at that and goes, "Oh my god!"
But he's going to
He was
it.
basically doing the same thing Nick was doing, or wasn't he?
No, Nick. No. Nick was doing what
He
Grant
was
was doing. Don't think for a second. Grant went, God, that Nick Podden. That Nick Ponton's got something over there in the UK.
He's one of my 33 followers still.
You know,
Subscribers.
he's really dominating his marketplace. I need to get on that.
But also it goes to show with on a complete lesser amount how consistency of those guys and the amount they do, social hustle basically, just constantly posting and posting and posting. It goes the same with the podcast, how it just grows and grows and grows. And you just got to keep that. But I think the difference is with there, which I wasn't, and we always have to make sure the things that we're putting out, it has to have value to it. That's the thing. Otherwise, people just we might think that something's funny. There's no value to it. People aren't going to watch it.
No, but there's value in those videos. And this is always the great debate, isn't it? Around, what do you put out? And I get very frustrated when people put out content on like it's National Dog Day or like these random days of the year. It's like, who are you doing it for? Your audience is not interested if it's like National Bag Day, are they? Unless you sell bags, then okay, you might have a case. But social media managers and marketing managers putting on, their calendar, National Cat Day, Dog Day, Bag Day, whatever it is, and there's loads of them, isn't there? There's no value there. Like
but you can pick ones out that are going to suit your brand.
That are applicable, absolutely. But the normal ones, that we see, pretty once a week, who are they there for? They're there for no one. There's no value. Whereas all those videos, although, we look back, don't we? And always look back on videos and go, God, that was rubbish. At the time, we thought they were all right.
Yeah. Oh, well, I filmed them, didn't I? The thing with all this stuff that I probably kick myself off, and this is why, in a way, when I'm like, so I've got to do a podcast or something, it's thinking about that consistency and growth of doing it, because what's it been like over 2 years since my podcast launched, and still growing, and I need to send one over to Michael, and I was supposed to do one today and I didn't, all this sort of stuff. Is that in 3 years' time you can look at that and go, oh my God, like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And it's just not stopping, or you just got to be.
Well, even like this, it's every Monday we record it in the evenings. So you come in the office for 4, and then we start at 5, bang on the dot. We do it every week consistently. We bank a few because things happen. Like last week, I wasn't in the office. I was away for a week working, but we're consistently putting, even on Friday evening. So I was literally about to go to bed on Friday evening. I went, I haven't written an article. And I said I will write one every Friday. I was like, right, I'm going to write one every. So I did. I sat up and
you have to
wrote one and got it live. So it's and it is hard sometimes. But we'll look back at those articles. I look back at some of the ones that I wrote back in the day, and would I write the same now? No. At the time, did they work? Well, yeah, because we had some good comments and stuff on them, but. You'd always look back, won't you? You'd always look back. We look back at
the copy for our email campaigns though, and reread those. That's what 7. They'll be 7 years old, if not longer, wouldn't they?
Well, I sent some across to Jake actually a couple of weeks ago.
And we'll still use those, and they're probably 8 years old, aren't they?
They must be around that time.
And same content,
absolutely.
Same structure, same content. Now it might slightly change in time, but good.
Yeah. But I enjoyed looking back on those. They made me giggle.
Oh, I'm going to have to find my... I'm gonna have to have a
no, Michael, you're going to have to
clip that up.
We're going to have to clip a few of them up, mate. You're going to have some... You're going to have a field day with some of those.
We were speaking of old videos. That's me.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, my God.
This hat, I thought this hat was
Look at Jason's afro.
I know. That's my garden.
Look.
Wait there.
You're like Ed Sheeran.
I literally, before this video started, I was like, wait, and I went and got that hat, because I was like, this hat's good.
You like Ed Sheeran there.
What grade are you on piano, Michael?
6.
That good, is it?
8's the highest one.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
He's a...
Guitar I did to like 4, but I kind of gave up.
So you could be at a party, someone rolls out the piano and you just
yeah.
like roll off it. Just like...
I haven't played in a while, but
But you could at that level 6, if 8's the highest.
Yeah, no. 6 is very good.
Oh God, I'd love
Very
to be
good.
able to do that. It'll never happen.
No.
I know someone who's in their 60s who retired and taught themselves the piano, and I heard them, and I was like, oh my God, it's like a professional pianist is in the room.
Yeah, very good.
And he taught himself over 3 years to do it, but he said like he plays the piano nearly as much as he sleeps in
Okay,
his retirement to get that good.
fair play. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that looking back today, and some of them were fantastic. Like some of those images and videos were just the best thing I've seen for a long while.
Yeah.
I found the formula, and I was like, right,
Found the formula.
We've got-
XYZ equals sales.
it hasn't got a ring to it, has it?
XYZ
Hasn't got a
equals sales.
ring.
What does it even mean?
I even think, right, this is how naive. I even think you and I had a conversation around, shall we IP it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. We already would have thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't catch on though, did it?
Alicia.
Kudos to Alicia, because she used to fight. Alicia was like literally 4 foot, and that's no joke. She's literally 4 foot. That's why all the camera is always looking up at Nick.
Because of our height. Yeah.
She used to follow you around town. You two, you must have looked like such numpties.
I know.
As much as you and I do.
The thing
on
is,
YouTube.
even that now is like, it's bad. It's like,
Oh,
It's a bit more normalised now than that.
A
when you go
little
over
bit.
next week, and yeah, a bit more normalised. But you know, even if you're walking around talking to your camera like people do and stuff.
Even when I dropped parked my car, walking here, I was quickly leaving a voice note for someone rather than calling them, and 2 people literally looked across the road at me, and I was thinking, well, it'd be no different if I was on the phone, but because I was stood there like that on a voice note, they thought I was.
But like you think of the likes of Gary Vee and that, and they literally have someone walking around with them,
Yeah,
filming
D-Rock.
them
Yeah, D-Rock.
constantly.
It's
It
content.
must just be.
It's content, baby.
It
It's
must be
content.
still mad for other people seeing them, wouldn't it? Going, that guy's just being filmed.
Well, that's going to be you this week or next
Yeah.
week. Well, anyway, that's episode 26 finished.
Nice.
We're a quarter of a century in.
If we
Yeah.
do 3 more episodes, we've done as many episodes as the formula.
A few episodes came out. I'm surprised it even got that far.
And you reached 29.
I didn't know you did that many.
Nor did I.
Fair play to that. We're going to have to watch some of those. 6 reasons. So, yeah. See you.
I remember getting those things framed on the walls and everything.
I remember us doing it.
We used to point to those. It worked for the sales team. In a way. Until they all left.
That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nick, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm glad I'm here.
So glad. See you next week.
Yes.